新世紀エヴァンゲリオン
All right, let's read stage 30 of Neon Genesis Evangelion. 受け止める重力攻撃. So the 受け止める is to catch, stop the blow, and this is a command, so catch. And you can see there's an English unusual here, an English translation. It says G-shock. 重力 is gravity, and 攻撃 is attack. So this is like catch, stop the blow of the gravity attack. And you can see the author has provided their own thing, catch the G-shock. Whatever this means, let's just go with it. There's some sort of thing going on in the stratosphere, something coming down, here it's coming down, and maybe colliding with the Earth. Okay, and then some sort of rupturing going on, maybe this is it hitting the ground. And then we've got the command center with this hideous looking thing. Okay, what do we got? 第6サーチ衛星より目標の映像データの受信を確認. Okay, so number 6, search satellite over the target's easel image, the target's image, and jushin, I think that's receiving transmission. Yeah. In receipt of transmission, this is literally receive and like transmission. Confirmation, kakuni. So confirmation of receipt of the data, image data of the target. Yori here, maybe this is just from. I think it's really from here. Yori gets used in a variety of ways. It's definitely not a comparison. So from the satellite, search, number 6, search satellite. Confirmation. Monitor e mawashimasu. I guess like on the monitor, send it or put it on the monitor. Now what's interesting, in the English, it says something about it's over the Coco Island station. I don't see anything even remotely related to Coco Island. So maybe that comes up later, or maybe they just decided to add that for some reason in the English. Okay. Okay, so here's the image. It's caused a huge crater, apparently. 大した北海旅行ね. A significant or an incredible destructive power, isn't it? さすが AT field, as expected of the AT field. Have we ever gotten an explanation about what the AT field really is? Arakaのエネルギーと質量を量してます。質そのものが爆弾みたいなものですね. Okay, so araka, this is like falling energy. Falling as in physically falling, dropping, coming down. Yeah. So like with the energy of falling down, meaning like the kinetic energy being the potential energy of being way up in space being converted into the kinetic energy of falling. Shitsuru, the mass. Yeah. So using its mass with its like falling energy. The Shito, the disciple, the angel itself, like a bomb, it's that sort of a thing. So it's like the angel, the Shito, used itself like a bomb, using its, again, mass with the energy from it falling. Okay, that all makes sense. とりあえず、商談は太平洋に O hazure. Okay. For the time being, shodan, the first shot. No. I guess that's what this is. This is literally like first bullet. As for the first bullet for the time being, into the Pacific Ocean, it's a big hazure. It's a big hazure. It's a big miss. Oh, okay. Yeah, for now, as for the first shot, it's a big miss into the Pacific Ocean. But 2時間後の第二射がそこ the 2 hours later number 2 shot is there, presumably here, like it's starting here in the ocean, moving maybe. あとは and after that 確実に誤差を修正してます。確実 the certainty or for its reliability, gosa. This is like the difference in the error. Yeah, the measurement error, shusei. This is going to be like correcting. Yeah, amending or correcting. Yeah, so it's amending or correcting the error in the calculation. Certainly it's doing that later. So there have been multiple shots of this thing, apparently. Although it made it sound like it was falling into the ground itself. But so does that mean there's multiple of these? Okay, now here's what's interesting. The English went with this, for this translation, went with the angel uses a piece of itself as a bomb. So not the entire thing, but a piece of itself. There's nothing in here about a piece or a portion. So that's interesting. The English is adding information, I think, to make it a little bit more comprehensible, I think. 学習してるってことか? Gakushu is just like practicing? No, gaku. Yeah. It's learning. Like the thing it's doing, is it learning? Is it learning? Shingata N2, or however you pronounce this. Koku bakurai ni yoru 攻撃の効果も確認できません. So the new style. Okay, so the new style of N2 Koku bakurai. That's like explosive thunder. So these are like torpedoes or missiles. Koku. The aviation or flying bakurai. Depth charge. A flying depth charge. Niori should be Nioru should be like concerning or about, according to. So by means of those things, the new style N2 flying depth charge, the attack's effectiveness also confirmation is not possible. Oh, so I guess that's what this is. So also even the like effectiveness of the attack due to our new style bombs or whatever, which is I guess what this is, but confirmation is not possible. 以後、人による電波かからんのため、消息は不明。Okay, so eagle, like earlier? No. From now on, or after this, due to the shito, due to the angel or the disciple, the electromagnetic wave kakuran, denpa is electromagnetic wave, and then kakuran, the disturbance of the electromagnetic waves, because of that, or due to that, shosoku wa fume. These exchanges are always very technical, and I am always looking up most of these words. The report, the news. As for the news, due to the electromagnetic disturbance from the shito, from now on, it's unknown. これはね、多分 will come, won't it? Probably. It's coming, isn't it? 次はここに as for next, to this place, 本体ごとね. So as for next, to this place, and like the whole body, or its entire body, or its original body, it's that thing, isn't it? Like it's going to come to us, and then it will use its whole body instead of a piece. Now again, there wasn't really anything here talking about a piece, but hontai, just to verify, yeah, it's real form, its main body. Well, that's a different tie, so we'll stick with the other one. 南極の怒り指令は as for Commander Ikari at the South Pole, so a little bit weird in this use of Nankoko no as like a possessive. The South Pole's Commander Ikari, as for him, meaning, but the implication is he is at the South Pole. 人の放つ強力なジャミングのため、以前連絡不能です。Okay. 放つ. Okay. Izen, this is basically saying like there's due to the jamming we can't reach him. Okay, Izen here, Izen is still yet. Renraku, communication is not possible. Funo. Okay. Hanatsu. Hanatsu is to release or let go. To fire. So due to the jammings, like strength released from the angel, from the Shito, for the time being, or still as yet, communications have not been possible. Sorry, the English has just decided to go off. I'm going to read the whole thing. This is what they translated this into. No major. Meaning like, have you communicated with the commander? No major. This is on the scale of an AS5 solar storm. None of that's in here. There's a complete blackout of high-frequency communications over the polar regions. Even the ULF channel is out. Wow, the English translator went all out on that one. Bravo. エヴァ3体の配置は3体 Okay. The Eva, the Evangelion, three bodies positions as for that, or as for the deployment or the arrangement of the three Evas. すでに完了してます. Already complete. It's already done. まったく. Like, it can't be. Alright. There's Asuka. ミサトも無茶な作戦立ててくれるわよね. So Misato, like again, or also a crazy strategy is doing. She's doing another crazy strategy, isn't she? 落ちてくる人を直にエヴァの手で受け止めるなんてさ. Okay, so 直に, is that like directly? Yeah, that makes sense here. Yeah, directly in person. Okay, so with the hands of the Evas, directly the Shita, like when it comes falling, uketomeru, catch it. That's from the title. Nantesa, something like that. Something like catching with your hand, the hands of the Eva directly, the angel, the Shito, when it comes falling. Hence now the title of the chapter, catch it, catch the gravity attack, the falling attack. Okay. 何回言った Asuka? Did you say something, Asuka? 何も nothing. で、いつまでこうしてればいいわけ? Well, いつまで? Like when? Or up until what point? How long? How long this way if we do it is good? Like how long are we going to be doing this? もちろん, these angled mean are Misato speaking. もちろん人が現れるまでよ. Of course, the angel, the Shito, until it appears. Until it appears, of course. Okay, so they're stationed around the city. 正確な位置の測定はできないけど、ロスト直前までのデータからマギが落下予想地点を算出したわ. Oh boy. Okay. 正確 is like accurate. Yeah, accurate. An accurate location of the sokote measurement. As for a measurement of an accurate location, it does not exist, or it's not possible. But the lost chokuzen, rosto? What else could rosto be? Rosuto. Yeah, the lost. The lost. Just before the lost. Up until that point. That's not supposed to be last, is it? Rosto? Well, until the lost or last, just before, from the data of the up until the just before the loss. Magi 落下要素地点を算出したわ. Okay, so Magi, the falling Yosochiten, which is in essence like the falling point. Yoso. Anticipated. Yeah, the anticipated falling point like has done that calculation. Magi has done the calculation for the anticipated falling point from the data of, like, I guess again up until the last or the lost just before. Oh, according to the English, like before the jamming began. Okay, that makes sense. So they lost position on it after it started jamming. That was that whole previous page. Okay. こんなに範囲が広いの？範囲. This sort of a range or scope is wide, like this wide of a scope. That's how wide the uncertainty is. So, that's right. だから、あなたたちの映画をこの、3箇所に配置したの? Okay, so that's right. That's why your Evas, those 3 locations, in those 3 locations have stationed or prepared or arranged them. That's why we put you in those 3 locations. あとは、もう目標を確認でき次第、あなたたちが全力で走って AT フィールド最大で人を受け止めるのよ。Okay, so, and as for later, the target confirmation Deki Shidai. Deki Shidai. As soon as that is completed. So as soon as you have completed confirmation of the target, you guys, with all strength, will run with AT field at the highest level, highest bigness, and catch the Shito. Okay, it's like playing baseball with a falling object from space. あのね、簡単に言うけど、like, hey, or like you say it so simply, you say it like it's an easy thing. もし失敗したら、if do failure, or if you fail, ネルフ本部を根こそぎえぐられることになるわ。The nerve headquarters, 根こそぎ? Ne is root. Kosogi. Okay, the root and the branch. Egurareru. It will be gouged out, excavated, hollowed out. It will become that thing. So if you fail, it will become the thing that nerve headquarters, like root and branch, meaning like the entire bit, will be gouged out, excavated, hollowed out, scooped out, etc. そのつもりでね, that intent via that way. So like that's what'll happen, or that's what the intent here is. Shinji-kun mo arei mo ii. So also Shinji and the arei, you're good. So here we go. There's both of them. いつでもスタートできるように準備してて。いつでも, whenever start seeming to be possible, preparations do. So like be prepared to go when at all times, whenever. Hi. Yes, ma'am. Shinji. Silence. Shinji-kun. Hi, わかってます. Yeah, I understand. I got it. なんか心配だな。ここに 3日元気ないのよね、彼. So somehow I'm worried, this 2 or 3 days healthy not being seems to be, doesn't he? That guy. Like, again, it doesn't seem like he's been doing too well over the last 2 or 3 days. Gotcha, gotcha. That's her typing. あら、元気いっぱいのシンジ君なんて帰って気持ち悪いじゃない? Well, full of energy or vigor, a Shinji-kun or whatever, full of energy and vigor, kaete is, on the contrary, would be creepy, wouldn't it? Or it would be weird, wouldn't it? If you were actually full of energy and healthy. 意地悪ばあさんね. You are a malicious, ill-tempered old woman. Aren't you? ばあさんはよけよ. As for old lady, ba-san, that was unnecessary. That old lady part was unnecessary. Okay. So here's Shinji. He's thinking about running into his father in the previous stage. Shinji, もう私を見るのはやめろ. No longer looking at me. Stop. Basically, don't look at me anymore. Stop looking at me. I'm trying to see. I think I had marked the halfway point, but getting through that early dialogue took a while. 私とお分かり合おうなろうと思うな. Okay, so this is just a flashback of the previous stage that we read. So like understanding with me, wakari ao is like getting to know each other. Wakari ao, yeah. Understanding each other and things like that. Don't think we can understand each other, or don't think you can understand me. 人と人とが完全に理解し合うことはきってしてきぬ. People and people perfectly understanding like each other. As for that sort of a thing, it's like decidedly not possible. 人とはそういう悲しい生き物だ. As for with people, that's sort of a sadness or loneliness. They're living creatures that are just sad and lonely. Okay, we get a further flashback within our flashback. あの子よ、ほら. Oh, that kid, look. あの子, that kid. かわいそうよね. Looks how sad, how pathetic, ひどい父親を持って has a horrible father. Oh, there was a hora over there. Look. And then in there. Okay. Has a horrible father. 父親の実験だか? His father's experiment? Is father's experiment. 何かのせいで母親が犠牲になったって言うんじゃない? Like somehow due to the fault of mother sacrificing herself, isn't that what they say? She killed herself, became a sacrifice. Oh, maybe in one of his experiments. Due to the fault of one of his father's experiments, the mother was sacrificed, is what they say. Isn't that it? 恐ろしいわよね. 自分の奥さんを実験台にするなんて? Okay, so how horrific, how scary. Well, so yeah. How terrifying, how dreadful, isn't it? one's own wife in an experiment using one's own wife in an experiment. Yamero! Stop! Okay, is that him thinking, maybe? あの子のことも人に預けっぱなしで、一度も会いに来ないんですって? Okay, so also that kid by people azuke panashi, like being entrusted to azuke. Or is that banashi? Oh, azukeru and panashi is keeping. Panashi gets added as a meaning to keep doing something with a negative connotation. So like he's like keeping to be entrusted to people, even one time like has not come to meet, is what they say. So again, the father keeps him in the custody of other people and hasn't even come one time, is what they say. Ma, kawaisou ni. How sad, how pathetic. Yamero! Stop. Kawaisou ni. How sad. Poor thing. あなたたちにそんなこと言う権利なんてない? Kenri is right or privilege. So by you guys, those sorts of things saying privilege or right or whatever does not exist. So you guys have no right or privilege to say such things. あなたたちに父さんの何がわかるって言うんだ? By you guys, what about father understanding is what you're saying? Or like, what do you know about my father? All right. Fading back to the present. 目標を最大望遠で確認. So confirmation of the target through the biggest bowen. The biggest bowen. Biggest telescope. Or I guess technically the biggest seeing at a distance. Kyori o yoso 25000. So the distance is about 25,000 whatever, miles maybe, kilometers. Probably kilometers. Oyoso? Yeah, roughly about 25,000 kilometers. Oide nasutta wa ne. So oide is usually like come. Nasutta? Come rub it in? What? Nasutta wa ne. This can't be right. Oide. Yeah, okay, maybe. Come and rub it in. Eba zenki starto. So the Evangelions, all machines start. Magi ni yoru rakka yoso chitten area B2. So due to the Magi, the falling, what was yoso again? Expectation. Location, Eva B2. Oh no, hardcore starvation. I'm sorry. Giant mechs and mommy problems. Yeah, they're all here. R.I.P. R.I.P. for your hardcore death. How far along were you? Okay, so this is the estimation, like according to the Magi, the falling anticipation location is Eva B2. That's the location. 肉眼で捉えるまで、とりあえず走って、あとはあなたたちに任せるわ。Okay, 肉眼. This is like flesh eyeball, meaning like with your own eyeball. 肉眼. Yeah, with the naked eye. Tora. Yeah, so until seizing or grasping it with the naked eye, for the time being, run. So just run until you see it with your own eye, and after that, to you guys, we'll leave it to you. 外部電源パージ. Okay, so this is the outside part, power supply, purge, paji, bashu. So they're always plugged in. Now they're not plugged in. Boom. There we go. Dashing. Dashing. And there we go. This is where we're stopping. This is halfway through. So they're going to run to go catch this thing as it's falling. What will happen? Will they make it in time? What horrible things will happen? We'll find out next time.